shift. If
Can't compete with those people.
No.
No.
It's
All right, and you guys are live.
Good evening and welcome to the Park and Rec Commission meeting for December 15th, 2021. My name is Jim O'Connor and I'm the chairman and I'm calling the meeting to order. We will go around first and introduce ourselves. Jim?
Jim Ronay.
Steve Vesputa.
Dan Lynch.
Obviously, with it being the holidays, we have a few members that had other obligations. We first want to wish everyone a happy holidays. And first, we have a public dialogue. Anyone want to speak publicly? Tom? Yeah, come on up. Please say your full name, address, and that's about it.
Tom Paisano, 523 Fairway Road, Orange, Connecticut. Just thought I'd come here. Good news. Talking to the contractors at Fred Wolf Park on the new additional multi-use field, it is ready to be used. I think Chris Small will start cutting it this this spring. So this committee, I guess, maybe you can tell me, was there any earmark for anyone to use that? And if not, maybe there's some teams that might be able to use it. We'll leave that open. The other good news, I did contact the Board of Ed, Orange Board of Ed, and looked at all their minutes. There's no imminent plans for any parking or anything at Mariel Tracy. So the plans that I was talking about, and I will continue to present to this committee, maybe a 2 to 3 year plan to relocate the fields at Mariel Tracy to Fred Wolf Park. We'll use that as another day, but keep that in mind. That's an option. But at this point, there's no imminent plans for parking at Mariel, according to the Board of Ed. All right? Thank you.
Got it, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. That was a great update. With no other public dialogue, we will go to the approval of minutes for November 17th. Do I have a motion? Steve first, second Jim. Let's, any additions, deletions? I don't see any. Linda, any? You're good? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Good, so motion passes unanimously. Let's move on to questions from the previous meeting. Old business. Dan?
Yep. Some of the highlights from that, we brought up about the meetings for 2022. They are in our packet. They're on our list under new business for approval. We'll go over that at the end of the meeting. Info about the pavilion rental monies. I talked about that with Steve Vesputa already. That's already been taken care of. And we had our capital planning meeting last week, right here at Town Hall with the equipment for the grounds crew that we talked about last month. We will hear back from them. There's still a few other departments that have to go before the board. And then once I hear back from them, I will report back to you. So it went well. They understood our needs with that equipment. And the vibes I got from them personally, because I've been doing it for 20 years, it looks pretty good. I was very positive walking out of there, me and Chris. And we'll see what happens. I've thought that before about other things, but in the past. But we'll see. It looks pretty good. The listings and the things people are requesting, I think we have a good shot. So I'll keep you updated on that. Also with the nice rink Steve brought up last month as well, out on the concrete slab on the fairgrounds. I talked with Chris about it. He is currently going through the old equipment in the storage area where it is now to see what we need. We're definitely going to need a new liner if we do it. And we're definitely going to need some colder weather, because if we put that out there now, it's going to be a swimming pool. So we're going to have to wait a little bit, but he is going to do an inventory of the things that are needed for it to be set up. And I'll report back next month and see how we do, or I'll just email you if it gets up before our next meeting. So that's definitely the plan. So we're
Yeah.
definitely going to move forward with it if possible.
good.
But we definitely got to get some much colder weather. So, all right. And I'll go over more stuff in my director's report. So that's it.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dan. And thank you to you and Chris for making that presentation. I'm sure Ralph and his committee will do a good job.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go to new business. Steve, grounds and facilities.
I have nothing to report. Maybe we should talk about rules for the rink. You know?
Sure.
Maybe we should talk about rules for the rink. Basically, I think there's no hockey, right?
No. That's
And-
more for the ponds and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and, you
Well,
know,
it's more for family gatherings and young children and things of that sort. You know, no loitering. I mean, we have the listing. We have the old sign that we post up.
all right,
We do set
that's
it up.
fine.
Very simple rules.
I'm sure the sign is with the liner and all that stuff, so Chris will have it. Because we went through the specific rules, because we were supposed to be a skate-only facility compared to the pond. The pond is where they play.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, that'll when it's set up, it'll definitely be posted and definitely enforced.
And I think we can always revisit if anyone here, I think all of us are around town and know what goes on if there's after it, because it's been a few years since we've done this.
Yeah.
probably
So-
5
Yeah, it's been a while.
plus.
Yeah, so we might have to revisit those rules or what's going on. I know we looked at the light, not that you could really skate it, but I do remember one boy that I remember seeing while his sister was doing swimming lessons, because we had the one nice light, he just kept doing laps in there. And that was nice. And Mom was out there with him on the side.
Sure.
I remember that very vividly. So,
light.
We can put a light on it too.
yeah.
Yep, that light is still there. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's on the
pretty bright.
timer, which is
Yeah.
perfect,
Yeah.
because that's what we would like.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Steve. And
All right.
thank you for spearheading that, both of you guys. Personnel, I have nothing on personnel. Dan, anything in the
All
office?
good. Our seasonal guys will be done on Friday, and they gave us a good spring and fall and early winter, and they're more than welcome to come back again in the spring, early spring when we start up again. I'd like to thank them for their work, and they do a good job, and they'll definitely be asked to come back.
That's great to hear. And
We let them go.
Daryl.
We usually let them
Yeah.
go right after Thanksgiving or right at the beginning of December, but there was some things going on. The weather's been good, so they've been doing some projects around, so it worked out well.
Great. Thank you, Dan. Let's do, as I say every month, our cursory look at the budget. We just stare really at the pages, and then we move on. But if there's anything that sticks out at you, is actually last month was the line item for the rental. And that's how I think we got in the discussion of the line. So it did actually produce something.
And our first draft of the budget for 22-23 is going through on Friday. Very simple budget once again.
Yeah.
Once I hear back from them after our first draft, I will report back to you how we do. Usually you have your budget meeting with the Board of Finance on the first Friday of February, so I will report back to you on that when we get there.
Everything looks as usual and normal. What happens is the pre-expenditures that go at the beginning of the year are still high, and now you're about 50%.
Yep.
So everything's trending around 50%, so it looks good. You know, as Joe used to say, we do a lot with a shoestring budget, and we appreciate that, Dan, from
Yep.
your department.
Yep.
We'll go to director's report. You're up, Dan.
Okay. As I mentioned, under administration, the first draft of the 2023 budget will be handed into the finance department this coming Friday. Actually, I'm handing it in tomorrow morning. same as past years. If there needs to be a case for an increase, we just have to give them an explanation for it. They're always very good to us. I have no complaints. Like I said earlier, I've been doing it a long time. It's a great committee. It's a good Board of Finance. There's never really any issues. They're always very supportive of the Park and Recreation Department, so I'm not expecting anything different this year. And we just talked about the parks. They were actually doing some leaves today. The weather's been great, but in terms of that, all athletic striping, mowing has been concluded for the year. The Christmas tree on the town green was trimmed with lights and decorated for the holiday. The tree lighting ceremony, holiday festival, and tractor parade were back again this year, which was nice to see on Sunday, December 5th. Special thanks to Chris and Bob and the rest of the grounds crew, and Lynn Plaskowitz for all their help with the setup and the decorating and the work with those events. And as I say each year at this time, Happy Hanukkah, which is now past, and Merry Christmas to all Park and Rec commissioners and your families, and best wishes for a healthy and safe and happy New Year. Hopefully we get back to some kind of normalcy and we're not living like this much longer, but we don't know that, so we'll see. But just hopefully have a healthy and safe holiday season and Happy New Year. Aquatics report is attached along with the programs report. Sue just mentioned some things. I'll go through some things quickly here. Our office and the pool and the fitness room are closed on Friday, Christmas Eve, and the following Friday, the 31st for New Year's Eve, because those holidays this year, Christmas and New Year's Day, fall on Saturday, so we get the holiday the Friday before for Christmas and the New Year holiday. We started swim lesson registration this past Monday for the January session. Most of the classes are already full. We had a lot of people in the building on Monday signing up for swimming. It was amazing. It was like the old days again. People are chomping at the bit for programming, swim lessons. Our winter registration started too for programs that we're offering. So it was nice to see. Nice flow of people coming through and a lot of interest in a lot of stuff. So it's very positive to see that. The Connecticut Department of Health has mandated vaccines for all instructors working with children in an unmasked capacity, as swim instructors obviously are. Amity High School, Christian Heritage, Amity Regional Aquatic Club, and Trumbull High School are all in season now. Those are all of the teams that rent out our facility, practicing daily, going very well. Very popular diving classes on Mondays are back again in session. And we are still requiring masks for all patrons until they are ready to swim. Hopefully the new variants will not create closings as they did last year. On the program end, as I said, the winter registration started this past Monday for our land-based programs and swim lessons. All of our information is online. Any questions, please call the office or stop by. As I mentioned last month, I'm hoping next year, January and February, to start up our adult leagues again. Sports leagues, co-ed volleyball, men's basketball, all based on the availability of the gyms. We're into 2 weeks already of our modified youth basketball league, which is going very well. A couple little kinks that we had to get out there in the small gym at High Plains, but it's going well. People are adhering to the rules, and people are happy just to be in the gym playing, even though it's a different rules and different setup, but it's working out well. I already mentioned about the holiday festival and the tree lighting ceremony, which was nice to have back, and the tractor parade. And believe it or not, we started ski bum registration a couple months ago. We're full, but that is going to be coming up in January. We're starting up January 14th for 5 consecutive Fridays. Boys and girls, grades 5 through 8 up at Mount Southington once again this year. And I do have one request that I want to bring to your attention. This isn't going to be happening until the spring. But I had a resident in town get to me through email and just asking us to look, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. They want to post a sign down at Wrights Pond coming in the early spring about how people are feeding the ducks down there. There is a sign down at the Derby walkway, that Shelton Derby and Ansonia walkway they have there that goes through all 3 of the towns in the valley. And they just want to see if we would look into doing it. It's just, basically, I'll read it. It's, thank you for not feeding us bread. Bread makes us ill as it does not contain the right nutrition for calories that we need. It's just a sign that goes up, rules for feeding the ducks down at the Wrights Pond. I mean, it's something that we can definitely do. And I told the residents that I would bring it up to our board here and our commission. And another person emailed me today about it, saying that Wrights Pond's a gem in our town. It would be a great service to the people to teach them about the wildlife and what's appropriate food for them, for the ducks and the other wildlife. So I told her we would definitely do it. So I just wanted to bring it to our commission. Does anybody have any objections to that or anything?
No?
No, I think it
So I'm
sounds
gonna have the sign made. We'll take care of it through Park and Rec.
Perfect.
And it'll be placed in early spring.
Perfect.
2022.
Let's
right
do it.
Down at Wrights Pond.
good. Yeah, education is
Alright.
important.
It was Beverly Proppen and it was Santo Galascio, or I don't know how to say his last name.
Got it.
Galat. So there you go. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you to both of them, and yeah, it's a good addition, and they problem solve. So they came to you with it. So that's awesome.
Told them I
It's
would
good.
bring it to your attention and we will take care of it.
Cool.
Other than that, that is my director's report.
Okay, next we have, if everyone could pull out the calendar, we have our normal dates. Dan took what was usual, and if you anything you want to
I
add,
checked all holidays, Jewish holidays. I checked for September and October. There's no conflicts at all. And then with November and December, I did go a week prior,
Yep.
like we normally do. And then there's also the date for January for the following 2023, so you're well aware of that.
Yep. Oh, that's good. You got us 13 out there. That's good. That's perfect. Can I have a motion to approve the calendar for 2022? Jim, second. Linda, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes unanimously.
And our next
Add them
meeting-
to your
Right.
calendar right now.
Yep, you have a copy of it. I'll probably email you another copy
Good.
because I have to send this to Pat O'Sullivan tomorrow. This will be his last work as town clerk on their Park and Rec wise with our meeting dates because he will be,
Oh, that's right.
he's done starting in
Yeah.
beginning of January. So, and then our next meeting is, just so you know, is January 26th of 2022.
Do you guys use Google Calendar? Or what do you use? Microsoft?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, never mind. So I think to recap, it was a good year. It was interesting, but obviously we've made it through a lot of good things that we're moving forward. It seems everybody needs to stay upbeat and exciting. Having the tree lighting and the tractor pull and all those kind of things last week is making us the town that we are. I know the Post Road's back busy. You can see the additions and the traffic. It's Jim knows probably better than all of us. It's busy, so that means things are good on that side. Fred Wolf, Tom, thank you for your continuous updates. If I remember correctly, listening to Jim, who spearheaded the project, that piece of land was not dedicated, and that we would be willing, and I think it would probably be smart that lacrosse and soccer have a conversation. And then if anyone else is interested, to give Dan a call and that we can discuss, because it's it's an interesting piece of property, that it's a different size field, but it's definitely going to be nice and usable and have parking available. So we're in good shape. I'm excited about it. Any questions about Fred Wolf from you guys? I think that was a good update. And it is nice that we're moving along, ready for winter. With that being said, that's all. I just wish everybody, as Dan did, we wish all your employees, Dan, everybody in your department, the happiest of holidays. Enjoy their time with their families.
Exactly.
Stay safe, everyone, and enjoy.
Yep, everybody. Absolutely. Thank
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Jim.
We got Jim, second Linda, all in favor, aye. And Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Thank you.